What is going on YouTube? Welcome to the gem coupling hunt in Loomian Legacy. In the last episode we didn't really get many encounters, but we did find some rare things between streams that I will show before we start. Without further ado, let's get started. Now one thing that I did get that I'm going to show, oh, how's it going Gaster, and also how's it going Dark? I noticed both of you in the chat early on. Now one thing I did also show in the Discord that I did get my hands on, like while I was searching, where is it? I put it in a certain box. Where are you? There you are. I found this with no boosts, which is a silver Copling that is alpha, which was a 1 in 250,000 shots. So that is something that I got today, so at least I got something good out of this event that I'm happy about. So let's hope we can continue the trend and get another rare thing. Of course I do have a few boosts that I saved up like between days, so hopefully we get something. Now, let's see. I have been starting to do a little tactic for finding these where I follow the weather, so that way I can also possibly get a weather Loomian. Yeah, for me, I've been playing a lot of games. Like, Loomian Legacy is one of them because I really want to get my hands on a Sapphire Copling. Or a Ruby one. I still have not gotten those two. Even after like multiple times of like just hunting for hours. You know, my luck is starting to come back. My roaming magnet has kicked in again, and I've found like 20 like roamings over my time of hunting. And this is without boosts. Let's see, it said the junkyard, right? Yeah, the junkyard. Now, let's hope this doesn't interfere with us finding like a good Copling. Like, it would make it look like Ruby is a bronze. Okay, that's not affecting it too bad. Yeah, that stings, man. I've only found 2 emeralds, like during the whole event. I've found, like, a few more golds between streams, a lot of bronze, and a few silver. The one thing I'm hoping I don't get is Brooch as a gleaming. Because I already got, like, all of its lines. It's just a pain to get it. Like, not to get it, I mean. Like, it's Brooch and Kabunga are the 2 I have an absurd amount of alphas of. Yeah, you might want to get yourself, like, a catching Loomian then, in that case. Like, let's see. The 2 that I use the most would probably be Elguna or Dusket. Those are your best 2 options. And since you don't exactly have a Gamma Dusket like I do, it would probably be best to go for an Elguna. Because Elgunas can learn both Tase and Spare. Even though Duskets are slightly better because they can learn Hypnotize and Spare. Also, they have the ability Harmonize, which can sometimes take effect on the opposing Loomian. If it's a good ability, if it's a good nature, it's positive. Like mine has Indifference, so it's pretty good for getting a base stat of a Loomian. Although in some cases I've actually gotten pure stats. I don't know if that is like meant to happen or not. So, Gaster, are you gonna join us on the hunt, or like you guys just watch today? Because like Dark already explained, they're gonna be like watching it for some reason, and I think it has something to do with the game I saw them on earlier for some reason. How should I word it? If you have the like the roaming charm like I do, yeah, they can be fairly frequent between every few hours. But if you don't, it could take you a while. Like, for my very first Dusket, which I still got, It took me 3 days to find it. And also, one thing I will state that person was incorrect about one thing. Corrupts don't affect the pity. I found a corrupt once when using a roaming boost. It did not change it. And this was around when I was trying to find a Protagon for my alt account, and I only had like 5 boost tokens available for like free to play. Oh boy, we're on that time of the day where things become a pain to see what their colors are. So let's just hope we get a ruby. So if it's Copling, we're screwed. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I'm now noticing the main pain of like doing it in night fog mode. Which, that's kind of what I call it, and in some cases it can be cool, like you can see how Obsidian, my Oxydrake, is like glowing in the dark between his joints. But on the other hand, it can become a pain when you're trying to hunt for a certain variant that only affects its color. So basically anything that I think could be a ruby, I'll probably catch. Things like silvers and golds should be easy to like, notice, because they'll be yellow and white. Sapphire should be a simple one to spot as well, because it'll be about the same color as my Dusket. But ruby is going to be the harder one to identify. Just fix my mic. So yeah, I think once we get out of like a fog-based area, we might go to a boost token. Which I think that'll be in like a few hours. What Loomian is it? Might be able to like tell you a few things about it, or like where to find, if it's rare or not, if it's worth rallying. Like for example, I don't feel like it was worth rallying for a Kabunga, because those things are everywhere in events. Like where in the Christmas event, you really can find those things almost every encounter. So you didn't want to really go for that. Yeah, weather ones are worth it. You want to rally for a weather if you're going for an alpha. Which one is it? Is it fog, wind, heat wave, or rain? Oh, Pipsy, I know which one you're talking about. Like the little plant? Yeah, the one based off a dandelion. Actually, speaking of dandelions, that kind of reminded me of it, but... How are you doing in Genshin, by the way? It's been a while since I've heard about that with you, Gaster. Like, I remember you were like crazy about that game when you first started playing. Well, if it's in the gusts, I know what it is. Like, I can clearly show you in the deck, so I don't have a boost running, so I can easily just check things. Look. I can go to my Lumipedia. It's gonna be somewhere around here. There's rain. This? Is this the Loomian you're talking about? Yeah, Gaster, are you talking about Pipsy, by chance? I don't see anything, but that was up long enough for him to see. Actually, now that I think about it, I've never seen an Alpha Pipsy, I believe. Actually, I may have seen one. I think they're orange, maybe, instead of green. Oh, Whisper. That's in fog, like what I'm in right now. Yeah, Whisper's in fog. And funny enough, Dark actually has one in his team. And honestly, if I got a Gamma Whisper, I'd probably use it, but that's like if I get one. Because Gamma Chironics is crimson, red, and black, which matches like the color palette of some of the like things I go for. Like for example, Infernadrake, like the one fake one I made, literally has that color palette. Also, my logo is gonna be probably based off of crimson red in the future. Well, Gaster, you might want to get on around now because this is the correct weather to hunt it. You might even spot like one appear on my screen if you like are paying attention. And the main reason I'm not using a boost here is because I already have too many Baroches and Chumpactors. How's it going, Teyoshi? Yeah, Gaster, weather changes every single hour. But I do believe he's right. It should be here for the next few. Yeah, it's going to be here for the next 2 hours. Gale Forest is going to be like the next hour. How's it going, SCT? Actually, I'm gonna just quickly test something. If I go over to here, settings, and let's see, can you see brightness anywhere? No. Maybe if I do find a Copling that I'm not sure about, I could probably turn up my brightness. Yeah, right now it's in the junkyard, so that's one place that you could try and find an Operaptor maybe? Which Operaptor is a pretty strong Loomian, like when it's fully evolved. Nice. Yeah, funny thing, if you see its alpha, you're probably gonna think of a meme. Because I've seen its alpha once. I mean, you alright? Like, what happened? Yeah, Gaster, those people are really just talking about meta builds. Which, honestly, I don't really care about. My Loomians, like, they're ones that I just like. And I make sure not to overlap too many types. But one thing I will stand out about is I will try and prioritize on their best type. Like, Force on my Loomians. And for example, my Kalos is based off its physical attack. Like, man, some of us don't care about the meta. We just want to use what we want. There's an Operaptor. Like, man, I don't care if Dusky is, like, not the fastest Loomian anymore. I still want to use him because I like the little cat. Not to mention, he's learning my favorite roaming. Which is one reason why I was very happy when that's the roaming I got for my pity on the Gamma. If it were another one, I probably would have freaked out a little less. No. I think, only Duska has one. And Ikazune had an event one, but it's no longer available. Protogon doesn't have a mount. At least I don't remember it having one. No, the only two roamings that are not event and have mounts are Ferroglyph and Dusket. Those are the only two. For what? Oh, for Ica. You probably just saw it wrong. It was probably someone loading it and the Protogon was like right on top of them. Oh, Christmas Ica. Yeah, maybe a little. I mean, I don't even play for that long on Loomian Legacy. I'll play for maybe like when I do like my runs where I just have a video on. What are you doing? Now is my sister just interrupting me. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, like I was saying, I just recalled it. For when I do Loomian Legacy, where I'll like normally sit at my bed or something with my mouse like next to me at the auto run feature I kind of have enabled, which is just a simple tweak of the settings. I'll normally do it for like maybe like a few hours and that's it. I won't go for like a whole day. I haven't done that in years. I think the last time I played for like most of the day was actually back when Loomian Legacy was first starting out. When I was looking for my Dusket. Yeah, this was back when Alpha Dusket was the rarest encounter like in the game. We didn't have Gammas back in my day. Not 1998. You got the wrong number, but you said the name like mostly right. Let's see where you got the number. Let me just type it in the chat real quick. There we go. Oh yeah, no, it does cut off. I just realized that. What exactly do you mean by that? Yeah, we gained a good amount like during that nightmare run for Skylanders. And when I looked at the analytics, it really spiked up the channel. Like, it has a lot of views on each one of the episodes, so I might do it again. Like, maybe on, like, maybe Superchargers next. Oh, nice. Like, which ones? Like, what variants? Yeah, I will admit, that was a pretty good idea. Mostly bronze. Well, honestly, it's still rare either way. Like, a gleaming Copling is a gleaming Copling. Like, my only gleaming Copling that I have from this event is a silver. And I had it with no boost on, so that's like a pretty good flex, but still. It's my only one, so it's not much. Yeah, that's a good flex right there for you. I've only gotten 2 emeralds, and I'm still looking for a ruby and a sapphire. I mean, we totally do have a section in the Discord for suggestions. And there's already something coming up that's being planned, which will be after my break. We'll, like, make the announcement a bit. Or by announcement, I mean it'll just pop up on my channel without any reason. Which is going to be a big event. No, big-ish event. What did you find, Tayoshi? Oh, hey, there's a gold. Oh, nice. Well, there's something that's kind of rare for today. We found a gold Copling. I'm actually just going to catch that because we are probably not going to find any more of these in the near future. Yeah, I want to see the proof at least. Like, actually, one way that you could, let me just quickly get a thing for it. Here's the link to our Discord if you want to join us, by the way, Tayoshi. There's a shiny, I'm blaming my own terms. There's a shiny share section in there that you could put it on if you want to show me that way. Looks like I have to put this into phase 2 of putting it to sleep as well. Oh. Well, then you know the whole point, just put it to shiny share. Alright then. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you. That's one reason why I didn't recognize you at first, I guess. Or if I do know you, you probably changed your username. Okay, so we got a gold Copling today, so that's a good find. Let's check it real quick. I want to just double check this because if it's secret ability, that makes it even more rare. It is not. But it's pure robust. That's actually really good. Like, this thing could be used in the meta kind of because physical defense is one of the top stats of Oxydrake. And then we found a copper. Oh, not copper. Bronze one right after. Yeah, you always remember your first time diving. Which, by the way, Gasser, whenever you see a wheel-like piece when mining, go for it, because that thing could lead you to Cephalops. Which, that is a guaranteed roaming. Even if you accidentally kill it, you can redo the fight. Cephalops. It's one of the roamings that you see me find sometimes. Looks a bit like a underwater spider in a way. Has one green eye. You doing alright, Yoshi? Man, everyone's getting sick today, aren't they? Yeah, I want to see this thing with the rainbow wisp. Oh, I think SGT joined my server. There you are. Hello. Yeah, one thing I also like about like following the weather in this sense is we get more variety of our encounters. So we're not just like locked to finding like one of 3 different Loomians each time we hunt. Let me see. Oh dang, you weren't kidding. Yeah, that's like a really good find. Like, you just found that, like, today? Or, like... Actually, one way that we can tell is... Can you put stats up real quick? Because I can see when you actually caught that. Because that's one thing I also want to double check. Well, yeah, good job finding that. Yeah, that bot is really helping me out. I don't have to watch the server as much anymore. I remember I had to keep my eye on it like a hawk because you guys would keep on going to big fights. You know, that little Discord bot is really helping me out in not having to monitor it every 5 seconds. Yeah, finding with the 1 is also a pretty rare find because that is like a 1 in 5 shot on top of the whole Rainbow Wisp and also Route Rare. Also, funny enough, my first Gamma actually was a Rainbow Wisp as well, and I still got it. Funny enough, it actually was on one of my top videos when I recorded it evolving. Man, don't get into a fight. But But yeah, that's one thing I like also, like, when I do things like that. If people can prove that they found a rare thing, that makes it even better. It means that someone didn't just stage it to get attention. Because we've had people who have done that in the past. Some people claim they found like a gamma protagon or something like that, I think. Yeah, but Gaster, there is that, like you did say, kind of makes a small point. But another thing is, the more that it slides, the more likely it causes chaos. Like, in the community, like, I've kind of, like, done this as a little bit of a study on, like, watching the server every now and then. Ever since I put that bot in, we've had no fights, no chaos, or anything ever in the whole community. Except for maybe, like, once in the meme section. Compared to before, where we had it at least, like, twice to 3 times a week. He has the Mystic Wand, Indifferent Nature. Has your ID on it, captured on... That was caught a while ago, man. You didn't just catch it, I can tell that. But it's still yours, so I'll give you that. You get credit for that, but like trying to stage that you just caught it, that's a little bit much. Yeah, it was recent, I'll give you that. Like, it was within like a month of now, so it's still a pretty recent catch. Okay, now my magnet's kicking in as well. Like, that's one funny thing I've noticed of our community. Each of us is starting to get like a certain thing that we attract more often. For me, it's roamings. For... I don't even know what to call you. Keep changing your name on me. For Tayoshi, it is gammas. For Dark, it's Varis. For Gaster, it's alphas. And that's like so far what we got. We have like 4 different like attracting like, magnets towards us. You mean like a Loomian battle, or... Like, Dark's not on Loomian Legacy right now, and SK, he doesn't really play Loomian Legacy that often. I tried getting him into it, he barely got past the first gym. Oh nice, I'm matching with Wispup? Well, Wispup's a bit easier to catch, I don't need proof for that. The Oxydrake saddle? You need to have a gold copling. That's what you need to get the Oxydrake saddle. Like, if you got one of those, I can easily show you where to do it. Don't worry, you're not the only one here who has no gammas. Dark doesn't have any either. Me, on the other hand... Yeah, me, on the other hand... I have a lot of gammas. Including all the ones right here. And the ones in my party. Yeah, sir, you know that I don't like Kabunga, right? I have found it too many times as an alpha. Come on, I can do it as a little bit as a joke. We were talking about gammas, so it was a little bit of a reference. Also, you guys don't get to see my boxes that much. Oh, you go with the white wisp. Nice. Yeah, so you know if you do that, I'm gonna have joy in ripping every single one to shreds from my Dusket. I will literally blast each of them into oblivion with Spectral Burst. There's the Christmas Icazune. Dang, you got one of those as a gamma? That was something I actually wanted as a gamma when that Christmas event was going on. It was like on my list of things I want to get from the event. Okay, you might want to get some mousetraps. There's the one gamma rainbow Florent in our whole community. The only one in our community. And also, there's probably only a few of those in the game, so that's like a very rare find. Ruby Oxydrake. One of the two Copling types I still need. Basically, yes, sir, gammas are 5 times as rare as alphas, and you need to do their mastery to unlock them. So basically, once you get the gold medal on a certain evolution line in the mastery, that's when the gamma becomes possible to catch. No, I think I'm the next route on like Gale Forest, so we might go for a few boosts there. Because at least on that route, it could help out with the living dex, because we still need a few things that can be found on that route, as both Alpha and Gamma. Yeah, Cayego was an event Loomian, so right now that is a useless one for, like, trying to find Gammas. But around events where it comes in, like around Easter, it should come in handy. You know, I think the next event that might come around is Cosmore, I think I heard. Like, after, like, Coplings here, I think Cosmore might be the next, like, event that we might get. So you might want to do Cosmore's, like, mastery next, if you got one. Oh, trust me, there are even more boost tokens than you think in the mastery. If you keep doing it, you'll get even more and more stuff to help you out. You'll get shards, gummies, you'll get boost tokens, even a saddle at a certain point. You'll unlock things like Pyromine, Ferroglyph, Vari. Yeah, for me nowadays, like, since I already have like all of them practically done, I mainly just do it on routine to get every single mastery done as soon as our Loomian releases. It was like catching up like with all the Loomians that I missed at first was the difficult part. But once you get to my point where you have everything already done, that becomes simple. Teoshi, right now we're following the weather. That's our plan. So basically, our next target location will be Gale Forest in the next hour. How's it going, Duck? Long time no see. Yeah, how's it been, man? Nitro. Like, what happened exactly? Like, did you lose access to the account? Did someone take it from you? Like, you lose privilege? What, you lose a bet or something? Oh. Okay, so is that, okay. Like, was it accidental, purposeful? Like, what happened? You could have said that you lost privilege. You didn't have to go into, like, the details of, like, how you lost it. Wait. Please tell me it was not an urn. Please tell me it was not an urn. By the way, if you want to join us in the server, like, it's mainly just us on the server right now. We have a pretty, like, empty server. Oh, I see where this is going. Basically, something that Duck's talking about in the Discord SGT, or not the Discord, in the YouTube section. Well, that's good to hear. Now you can join us. Don't worry, SCT, it just takes time. They're fairly rare, so it will probably take you a good amount of, like, hunting to eventually find one. See, here's a silver. You're in? Yep, there you are. Because there are a bit of updates put into the server. Like, one thing was a bot that would straight restrict anyone from cursing. Because one thing I noticed is that you guys get pretty chaotic when I allowed that to be, like, done. Don't try and find loopholes, because I can easily add new words to, like, its categories, and I can just add them on. Some things will be allowed, some things won't. Depends on how aggressive you guys get with them. Wait, is that? I think that's a ruby. That was like ruby. Like, it looks more red than anything else. Right? Yeah, that looks red. I think that's a ruby. We might have a ruby in front of us. This fog makes it hard to tell, but that, like, crest looks more red than brown. I'm not answering that. It depends on how you guys treat it. If it gets aggressive or, like, worse, then I'll get rid of it. If it's just like every now and then because it's a phrase, then I might not. This might be ruby. I'm kind of hoping it is. I will be checking this one after I catch it. Okay, this could be a ruby right here. That would be aggressive, yeah. It looks like Dark just joined us. Okay, let's see. Is that a ruby? Let's see. Please. Tell me that was ruby. No, that was actually gold for some reason. How is that a gold? Okay, I guess it was kind of rare, but still, like, I didn't even know that was gold. Like, let me check that real quick. Huh. Okay, so gold looks like ruby apparently in the... Wait. I just realized one way we can tell these guys in the dark. Their eye color. Each one's eyes represents its type. I think. Let's see, if I check silver real quick. Never mind, that's fake. That won't work. I could have sworn that, like, emerald had green eyes or something. Because I know that the alpha had purple. Let me quickly check my emerald. Nope, they have yellow. Okay. Never mind, that's only really useful to check if it's an alpha or not. Actually, speaking of which, we're about to get into a new weather, so I'm gonna move my location over to the next one. Stop by Raleigh Ranch. Alright then, at least you're here in the chat to, like, be with us. Still no Alpha Weevil. There we go. Okay, so we probably like won't have any way of telling if it's between like ruby or copper or gold apparently. Because we just saw what it looks like when a gold is in like the dark. It's hard to tell the difference. But I'm guessing it's gonna be like a pretty deep red. Like, I haven't seen one in fog yet, so it's gonna be kind of difficult. And once the fog rolls around over here, we're gonna activate a boost. Yeah, me and Dark like have been like friended to each other in the game ever since we teamed up with RB Battles. Like during that whole like event, we would team up to try and figure out the puzzles like with each other, and we actually both kind of were able to complete it at the same time-ish. We both made it to the final battle around the same time. I was able to kind of push ahead since I was a bit better at parkour in Roblox. And then eventually we both got stuck on like the final battle section. Okay, there we go. We got the fog. Okay, that thing looks like it's just a shadow. Okay, let's activate a boost, and then we're gonna go on from here. Let's go. How come? What happened in Doodle World that I missed? Like, I saw it was like an update, but I haven't had time to go into it. Well, I mean, I was getting even the whole details of how things went, and I'm just like pretty good at it in general. I did a lot of obbies around my beginner years of Roblox. I was a little rusty at the time of the whole final battle, but I got through it eventually. Yeah, we both eventually got there. Although, Dark, I will mention as well in your defense, I actually was struggling a lot in the final battle, and you kind of pushed through it a little easier. You know, I'm saying I did it faster, you know, it took us both like many hours to complete. I think both of us like spent like 5 hours in just one part alone. And I was determined at that point to get within a certain time frame, like in the community of Roblox. And I eventually did succeed, as you can see by me having the golden crown of courage on my head. Although, probably one of the funniest parts for me was the amount of times that I failed to get the robot off the ground in the final fight. Yeah, look, on the very, very final part of it all, when I had to do that one battle, I kept on getting, like, to the robot, they would just fall. It would, like, fall into the lava and I would die. Because I was not able to take off. And then when I found I was able to take off, I still had a decent shot. You know, I still died, like, 5 times. Yeah, maybe next time that they do a whole RB Battles event, I might try and stream the final battle. Like, you guys join in on the, like, stream with me on that. Maybe you guys can even give me some tips on how to get through the game. Because I think I did hear rumors of another one coming around within the next, like, year or two. Although currently, I'm more looking forward to something in Genshin actually, because Fontaine, the next region that's coming in Genshin, is actually coming out on my birthday, which is actually like something that I was not expecting at first. So yeah, I'm sure getting a whole domain for my birthday. What are you guys getting? Although I'm still probably gonna stick with Dendro for my Traveler. And now my dog is acting up. Great. Piper. Okay, that is like pure black. I can't even tell what that is. I think that's copper. Well, not copper. That's bronze, I think. It looks like bronze, I think. Yeah, I think I saw a hint of brown on it. Oh yeah, and if this is brown, then that's obviously... Gaster, yeah, that's true. It will be like that for some cases. You have to like do it in a certain pattern if you want a certain disc. You think the leader can give the disc sometimes? You do know you can't rally a Gamma, right? Dark, one thing I found out about, like, in this, time in the game... Oh yeah, Dark, you're in the same situation as I am. I think you found a gold. Because I found out that in very, like, dark fog, gold looks fairly similar to ruby. So it could be a gold. We literally had the same exact thing happen to us. But you never know, it could be a ruby. Alright, see, SGT. Wait, Dark, why are you putting a sad face? Like, gold is still pretty rare. Still, like, for my standards, you want to get at least 3 if you want to try and go living decks. Like, I right now have 3 gold that I have in my possession and 3 silver. And I think 3 bronze as well, but I'm not 100% certain. 2 emerald, and none of ruby or sapphire. Wait, there's a whisper. Imagine it was Gamma. The roaming magnet kicks in. We found Elephage. I have found so many of those things recently, actually. They're like popping up a lot more often for me. Yeah, Dark, the game would fit my colors, not yours. The alpha would fit yours. The roaming magnet is back in my possession. You found a Vari! Wait, another whisper. The magnets are now officially back with their proper owners. Oh right, it is difficult to like swap because there's a point where me and Dark both had each other's for a bit. Like I kept on finding Varis and he was finding things like corrupts, I think. Or no, he was finding legendaries in other games. And until recently, he had mine and I had his. But now I feel like they've swapped back to the proper owners because I'm now finding roamings again a lot more often. Oh, and my boost just expired. Flip another. What will be my first alpha or gamma? Will it be Copling or will it just be a random encounter? You know, it'd be kind of funny if I found like a roaming as an alpha. I'm not giving it back, Dark. You stole it from me last time. We got someone here with an emerald. What's it look like, Dark? Like, is it just pitch black? Is it like slightly red? Like, give me a photo of it real quick, and I can probably tell what it is. I've encountered enough Coplings to kind of be able to tell what they are. Yeah, a lot of people right now need Ruby and Sapphire because those are the rarest two.
This person found a ruby for an emerald. Yeah, for me, I just want to get them all for completion. Because, like, I want each one just so I can have them as a set. That's why I always try and go for when there's, like, multiple colors of a certain Loomian. Like, remember on the Cephalop's time, I searched for almost every color, and I was missing just one. Like, what would I offer? If I don't really trade much, but if I had to, I'll probably say probably a Gamma Halloween Kabungo would be my offer. Because I have like a spare of that. Like, I'm not good with values, so I don't know if that's fair or not. And Dark, that kind of sucks, because they're like a 1 in 9 shot. Like 1 in 16 shot, I think. Like, I got a decent amount, like, when I was hunting for my Gamma, like, Oxydrate I see me riding right now, and I think I had, like, 20 when I first did it. I've used a good amount of them since. And I think I have just enough for this event where I can evolve each of them once. There's another Whisper. Well, I mean, I did find an Elephage. So I think I clicked out of like being able to find roams without like any need for a boost. Just keep hunting, you'll eventually find it. Like, I'm blanking my own terms now. Dang. Yeah, Gaster, just keep searching, and eventually you will find what you're looking for. As long as you don't give up. Could take you days even to find something, and as long as you're, like, stubborn enough to keep going, you'll eventually find it. That's how I eventually found my Gamma Dusket. Took me years to find that guy. It took me like 3 years of hunting to find my Dusket. And then eventually, during Christmas, I got it on camera. That's one reason why I have so many good Gammas. It's because I hunt them and I'm stubborn and keep going for them. That's another reason how I got my Panda Sheep, which everyone keeps acting weird when I keep mentioning it. It was because I was stubborn and kept hunting it. And eventually I found it. Hey, there's Pyramide. My roaming magnet is still kicking in. Well, I mean, Gaster, if you go to the beach, you can get a boost token each day. You know that, right? Yeah, Gaster, if you go to the beach, you'll see a guy who's next to a sign, like, up on, like, near the gates. And he'll have 3 types on the board. If you catch a Loomian of each of those types, and then go back to him, he'll give you a boost token. Oh, you're at the shark. Yeah, your best bet for that fight would probably get something that's strong electric. Let me see. I remember my Elguna kind of helped me out a bit with fighting that because I was able to paralyze it like on one of my first few turns. And then took advantage of that to boost another one of my Loomians. If I remember correctly. Oh yeah, that'll be a good one right there. That's a good pick for trying to get a good attacker for electric type. Like, you evolve that and it should be strong enough to help you face up against Samarine. You can see why that tagged now that I think about it. Okay, next booster gonna hit our pity. There we go, gleaming boost. Let's see what we get from our pity this time, since we're probably gonna hit it. Oh, we got antsy. That wasn't on our pity, but still. Alpha Antsy's like pretty decent. We needed that actually, I think. Or no, we already had Alpha Antsy for the living decks, but it's still a decent one. Gotta get heal. Yeah, when certain ones become available in the wild, I'll probably be using my legendary boosts. Because, like, in Doodle World, I'm waiting for things like Exiled and Chronos, like you just said, to come into the wild. And then I'll go for them, probably. Top of that, I'm also saving the boost for if I ever do another roaming hunt again. Probably save up multiple hours worth of boost. There's a whisper again. What happened to Yoshi? What do you lose? Oh my god, what color? What kind of Copling was it? Actually, that's a good idea of a location I could go to. I could probably grind magnets as well, like bring Infernix back and just hammer away at them. Although the ability would be a pain. Like, the hidden ability, I mean. What color was it? Okay, that's not too rare. Still, it's not like the rarest. If it was something like gold or more, I would understand. But for like that rarity, that's like kind of simple. you, by the way, clone. No, I did not. I did not wisp bottle this. Although I don't know if this is one of my viewers or not, so I don't know if they can hear me right now. Oh boy, we're on to the night fog. Probably one of the more rough times for hunting, because you can't tell the difference in color. Oh, you are? Okay. But no, my Octodrake here, he had a purple wisp when I first got him. Well, I mean, it's a pretty good target, so, I mean, it's a good thing to stream. Dark, not anymore. We have a pretty big server now. And thank you, by the way, clone. Yeah, I will admit, though, like, something like my Duskier, he did not have a blue wisp when I got him. I believe he had, like, a red wisp when I had him, which it did fit his event, since I got him during the Christmas event. But I still wanted to switch it to something that matched. It took, like, 20 bottles, but still. Yeah, that's the one thing about the fog at night. It becomes a pain to tell if something is gold, bronze, or ruby. Things like silver and sapphire, though, will probably stick out like a sore thumb if I had to guess. Because they have unique colors that aren't, like, on the same, like, spectrum. And emerald as well will probably stick out. Yeah, one thing I'm gonna try next time I find a Copling is, if I can't tell if it's ruby or not, I'll probably raise my brightness to, like, its highest setting. Maybe. It depends on what weather we're gonna go into next. If it's fog again, then I probably will switch locations because I'm getting a bit sick of not being able to see what I'm, like, hunting easily. All I have to really go off of is sound in the name tag. It's like trying to hunt as a bat. Like for this, I can only see the eyes. Yeah, see my boost right up, I'm gonna wait a bit. It's wind? Okay, so let's see where it's gonna be. Okay, weather on Route 6. I think that's Rally, so it could be a decent spot to hunt. Because I'll be right next to Rye Ranch to grab my rallies when I get them. I think one of my speakers is bugging out. There we go. Yeah, one way that, like, this is like a little life hack. One way to tell if a speaker is on or not is put your hand up against it, and if you feel vibrations, then it's on. If not, it's off. Yeah, something's up with my speakers. Let me just unplug and replug. Hopefully that fixes it. Okay, that fixed it on one. But the other is still dead. I'll have to see what's going on with that. You found another Milbari. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be going for that long. Like, that's many hours. Yeah, Clone, there's a little thing going on in our community where, like, certain, like, viewers or owner of the community have had, like, as fate, a certain type of magnet, like, bestowed on them. For me, it's roamings. For Tayoshi here, it is, gammas. For Riot, as you saw up top, also known as Gaster, he has alphas. And for Dark, he has Varis. Like, I find a ton of roamings, for example, like I found an LFH on stream without a boost. Off camera, I found like 3 roamings, which was within the span of like 2 hours. And during the Christmas event from last year, I found 80 Metronets. 80! I started running from them because I found so many. I caught like 5 of them and decided that was enough. Man, you just have all the rare finds. Like, you literally have the rarest encounter on the server. Yeah, I'm not kidding. If you go back to the Christmas thing, you'll see a Metronet at least within every 10 minutes. Of, like, each of the Christmas streams. We found so many of those. And also, that's where I met Mason here in my Dusket. I met him during, Jolly Village. And also my Alpha Aikazoo was also found during that same event. Like, look, I remember some of my viewers are going completely nuts because I was running from them. They were getting mad at me because I was just running for speed. Because I didn't need any more. Like, let me see, if I go to my box, I can show you, I have like a decent amount of them still. Yeah, I don't know values that well, so... Yeah, see? Like, Tayoshi remembers a little bit. People were getting mad at me from running from them. Okay, let me go back to here. Look, I'll show you real quick. Like, oh yeah. Let's check this real quick. Okay, that's not hidden booty. I was like in one of the duplicate boxes. We had a decent... Look, right here. We have 5 right here in our duplicate box. Then we also have one in the event roaming box right here. I can put one into trading, which I never empty because I don't trade. Then also, like, in one of the upper boxes, where it is, let's move over to that box for now. I remember I had like one that just had in one random box for no reason. Forgot which box it was though. Could have sworn it's like in one box there's just a random yeah, right here, Christmas Metronet, right there. I just have like a ton of these things in my boxes. Like, I literally kept a handful of them, but like overall I found a ton. What happened? What did you find now? Okay, Dark, it looks like you took over someone else with their thing. You should start finding Gamma soon. Yeah, well, get used to it. You got stuck with the Vari magnet. or you had a moment where two magnets clash, which is kind of what I call it in a way. Because I had something similar happen. I also found a corrupt Vari during this event. And I made a little joke saying that was a clash between the Dark's Vari magnet and my roaming magnet. Which, funny enough, after that Vari encounter, that's when I started finding my roamings again. Like, that was the funny thing. After that corrupt Vari encounter, that's when my luck, like, shifted back to its original state. Look, another whisper. No, that would... I don't know what it would mean for yours. Like, I think for you, in that case, it would be a Gamma Vari would be the clash. For mine, it made sense to be a Corrupt Vari because mine is a roaming magnet, which kind of includes Corrupts. Since those two things are kind of linked together in the boosts. Oh, dang. Well, actually, no, that makes sense since we're in a weather that Prope is, like, acting strangely. They normally have at least 3 perfect stats. Well, I wasn't using a boost either when I found that. When I found that corrupt Vari, I had no boost on. Hand stings a little bit. Got bit earlier by my dog. You see I have like a band-aid on my finger. Well, I won't be up all night. Like, I'm not planning to go that late. Like, I might come back to this a little bit before I go to bed, like, after the stream-wise. Because normally, like, when I hunt on games like this, I'll normally have YouTube up on the side and such. Just, like, watch a video while I lay down. Because honestly, that kind of makes it a bit easier for me to hunt. Because it kind of, like, I can draw my attention away from, like, the constant, repetition of just running from encounters. And just mindlessly click while I watch a YouTube video. Wait a minute. Yeah, actually, wouldn't you not be allowed to since it's Sunday, tomorrow would be Monday, which would be a school day for most people? Because I know that school is starting up for some people. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we might wrap it up soon since we are getting closer to that time of school starting, so some people won't be able to stay as late. And I don't want to be the cause of some people staying up too late and not being ready for school. Like, I'll care about you guys when it comes, like, to that time. Yeah, Clone, school is starting for some people, but for me, I still have a few more weeks. And then I go off to college. Yeah, around like the end of this month is when I go to college. And then there'll be a slight shift, I think, on how my YouTube is going to work. Like, you might see some days that streams happen moved slightly. But other than that, there shouldn't be too many major drawbacks to the channel. The other drawback might be I had to move a stream or two if I need to, like, work on something. No, that's not what I mean. Like, my college shouldn't interfere too much with the streams. The most it would do would probably move it back an hour to what it normally starts at. Or move things like, for example, I've been shiny hunting Shaman on Wednesdays. I might have to move it to Tuesday or something if Wednesday is too, like, crowded. Or if I have to study for something a day prior, I'll probably move a stream a day ahead or to the next week if something happens. But one thing I will say though is if the channel doesn't get monetized, like, partially in, I will go full force again fully on the channel. Like, I'll put more effort in, especially when we reach that. And after my birthday, there will probably be a few new things coming to the channel. Like, if I get what I'm asking for, I should hopefully be able to make my own art, like a banner for the channel and a new logo. Because I've been using the same logo for 2 years now. And I would like to change it to something a bit more non-pixelated. But artists cost money, so... Okay, yeah, we're moving off to rally for a bit, I think. But we might also end it there. Let's see what we get in our rally. Excuse me. Let's see what we get. Still nothing. So far we didn't find, like, too much. Like, for today, the best we found was a gold. And also, like, this one alpha. Wait, how close is our pity? Okay, we're at 77 on pity. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up now, just because, like, for time constraint wise, it's like 9 for me. And I know for some people, it's gonna get pretty late soon.